The Valley of Tala knew only two rhythms: the golden heat of the harvest and the gray persistence of the rains. They called it the breath of the mountain, but they did not know that the breath came from a pair of lungs made of stone and a loom made of starlight. Deep behind the Veil of Seven Cataracts lived Maya. She was as old as the first seed, and her fingers never rested. Her loom was carved from the bones of an extinct thunder beast, and her thread was spun from the very mists that rose from the jungle floor. When she spun green silk, the valley bloomed. When she spun heavy black wool, the monsoons hammered the roofs of the villages until the rivers groaned. Maya was a creature of balance. For 10,000 years, she followed the patterns passed down by the spirits of the air. Green for growth, gray for rest, gold for life. But on the 10,000th year, Maya felt a stillness she had never known. The mist rising from the waterfall didn't look gray or green. It caught a stray beam of moonlight and turned into a liquid, shimmering mercury. "Balance is a circle," Maya whispered, her voice like grinding pebbles. But even a circle must occasionally break. She reached into the moonlight and pulled. Instead of soft mist, she felt a cold, sharp resistance. She began to spin. The thread that emerged was not wool or silk. It was silver. It was heavy, singing with a high-pitched metallic ring as it passed through the shuttle. As she wove the silver thread into the great tapestry, the valley below changed instantly. The air grew unnaturally cold. The humidity that usually hung like a wet blanket vanished, replaced by a clarity so sharp it hurt to breathe. The villagers of Tala stepped out of their huts and looked up. The sky wasn't blue or gray. It was a polished mirror. That night, it did not rain water. It rained silence. Every drop of moisture in the air turned into tiny crystalline needles of ice, the first frost the tropical valley had seen since the world was molten. The silver thread had brought the great sleep. The jungle, always loud with the screams of monkeys and the hum of insects, fell deathly quiet. Maya watched from her cave. She saw the valley turned into a kingdom of glass. It was beautiful, but it was brittle. She realized then that silver was the color of perfection, and perfection cannot sustain life. Life requires the muddy green of the swamp and the messy gray of the storm. With a heavy heart, Maya took a shard of flint and cut the silver thread. The sky shattered. The mirror broke. The warmth of the jungle rushed back in a violent, steaming hiss. The silver melted, turning into the most fertile rain the valley had ever known. Maya returned to her mist and her wool. She had learned that a myth is not a story of what is perfect. It is a story of what is necessary.